Hello everyone. My name is Gośka Wolnik and I'm a life coach. I'm helping women who have lost their passion for living to fall in love with their lives again. And with me today, as usual, is Gosia Ziemba. She is an astrologer, and Gosia is assisting people in learning about themselves to be more tolerant, loving towards themselves and others, to in the end heal themselves. Yuta, she is motivating women who are separated or divorced to become unstuck, to reinvent themselves, and in the end, they can be using the power of energy of separation and or divorce as a springboard to be best version of themselves. And today's subject is uncertainty. So, why is uncertainty so unsettling for us? And I would like to ask Yuta. She's always the last to speak.
Oh,
so today,
yeah,
is
I
it possible,
know.
Yuta?
I'm always last. Gee. So what was the question? Why is uncertainty so unsettling for us?
Yes.
Well, I think it's so unsettling for us because we like to be in control. We like familiarity. So we like everything stays the same. So it gives us a sense of security. And I think if you look at the tribal cavemen, they needed sort of their security in their like tribe, but we're not really this tribal people anymore. So yeah, I really think that we love familiarity and we like to be in control. And if there's uncertainty, but I mean, some people thrive on uncertainty. It's not really everybody gets upset of it. Like some people think certainty is really boring. So, but in general, I think people like to have their little secure little nest, like little bird, and feel secure and certain. Yeah, but I mean, right now in COVID times, we have a lot of uncertainty, and I think that's very unsettling for people. You can lose your job, or you don't know where you'll get your money from. For me, with being a breakup and divorce coach, I mean, women who find themselves in a divorce or breakup, they are very much residing in uncertainty, and that can be very unsettling, especially when you have kids. So yes, I think that's probably it.
Yes. Thank you very much for sharing with us, Yuta. And Gosha, why uncertainty is so unsettling for us and probably for you as well?
Yeah, I think that we are the product of social philosophy saying that if you work hard, if you study, if you improve yourself, you can control the outcomes as well as your circumstance, and in the end you will achieve everything you want. And in my youth I had a pretty clear idea about who I want to become, what means I will use to get there. Life had obviously sometimes different opinions, but hey, in general, I was moving along according to my plan. I even got hooked on astrology to have a better grasp on predicting the future, because I wanted to know that my next step I would take will be the good one. Because if it wasn't, I would consider myself as a failure. And it is another belief seeded by the society. So I guess uncertainty which is a conviction that perhaps even lack of conviction in the sense that something will happen. So this triggers my anxiety about failure.
Thank you for sharing, Gosha. What I think about certainty or uncertainty. Sorry. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, uncertainty. I'm struggling with this word. It can't go out from my throat. So anyhow, for me, we need it's our basic needs to be safe, to have comfort, to have stability and consistency, because most of us want to control things. And it is like a shadow value of being safe and stable. And without this safety, we really start to be very anxious, and it doesn't help us in a situation like that. And that's what Gosha said. We want to control things, and situation like that, very often we are not able to. What we can control, we can control our reaction to the current situation, and it is like 10%. What happens to us, it is life is like 10% what happens to me, and 90% is how I react to it. What it means that when we have government as we have chosen this government, and that's what we have, and we don't have influence on that. So I only can control how I react to that. And in this moment, the question will be, what actually is the method of dealing with this uncertainty? So Jutta, what do you think about that? What methods you have?
What method
to deal with
this?
This
angry and now, but what method? I think I really look at things, what I can control and what I cannot control, because I think everybody knows, or most people know, the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So to be able to determine what you can control and what you can't. Many people waste the time and energy on the things they cannot control. So why waste it? Like you can do your time and your energy is a very, very big asset you have, and it's very advisable not to waste it on things you cannot change. And I mean, lots of time people try to change other people, like it doesn't work. So the only person you can focus on and change is yourself. You can, as you already said, your behavior, your attitude, your response. That's all you can do, and look after your mental, emotional, and physical health.
Yeah, myself, I keep myself very busy. So I listen to news. I know what is happening, but sort of with my business, which because I'm selling my house at the moment, and I have to think about so many things and plan for the future. So planning is just like a core point at the moment. I plan for everything because that's what I can control. I can control what I want to achieve, and for me, it is a moment that I don't know how I do it, but I'm seeing like 3 or 4 clients a day. I have to keep my house very clean because every day I have a open house for people to come to see it, and then normal stuff like cooking and shopping and stuff like that. So everything What I can control, that's what Jutta said, I'm just planning. And this make me really very busy that at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted that I even don't think what is happening around the world. Of course, I care, and I care about the number of people who died and how many new cases we have, and if we very soon have the restriction, waived, or I don't know what the word's used for that.
Wishful thinking.
Anyhow, yes, but that's is happening, and I think if everyone has something to look forward and create your reality through really planning and have a vision. What do you want to do? It doesn't have to be within 10 years. It can be within your next 3 days, 5 days, couple of months. Then and I just noticed that one of my daughters, she's perfect with this. She's planning her holidays. I even didn't think about that. And the holidays are already planned. The house is already booked. So she's so proactive that it helps me as well to look forward for something. So Gosha, what about you?
Yeah, I am learning to let go of attachments. I am learning to be more tolerant and more curious. And for me, what does it mean? When I was 21, my mother had a car accident in a different city. And we learned about it from a policeman who said that there was a car accident, somebody was dead, but he didn't know who. And there were times where we didn't have mobile phones. So for half a day and the whole night, we didn't know if my mom survived. And at that time, my parents, my brother, my few friends, there was the whole world for me. And suddenly this world is crumbling in front of my eyes. So I prayed. I spent the whole night on prayer. And at some stage, probably from exhaustion or desperation, I just let go of the attachment.
Yeah.
And my mom survived the accident, and this incident taught me that I have the strength to let go of control if I want to. Astrology, on the other hand, for example, taught me that I have to expand my peripheral vision and see beyond, the veneer of things, the shiny things.
Yeah.
And for example, Reiki. By using Reiki, I have learned that we are energy, and energy which coalesced into matter. So manipulating the energy can influence matter. This is the whole new world for me, which is unsettling and unknown to me and strange. But I have the will right now to learn about it, to go and be curious and be open and do not expect something specific. There is no eternity in this world.
And that's true, but I think I'm learning this as well. And when we decided to sell our house of 27 years, our next goal is to settle down somewhere else, and it is Phillip Island. So instead of focusing at the moment really on the auction, which is tomorrow, I just concentrate on the end of the whole process, because the end will be settling down, buying a new house, organizing a new garden. And when one of my coaches just showed me how God through this uncertainty of auction to the next step, I just thought, okay, let's see how actually it works in action. I'm just in the middle of that, and I'm so busy as that with planning, with organizing everything, that I just see the end result. It is like driving a car, and the kids at the back are asking, "Are we there yet?" So it is it is just a process. So I'm really very curious how this process will end up, because my son-in-law said, "Oh, Goshka, in December we will be celebrating in your new house, and the Christmas will be in your new house." So it is, other people are thinking the same. So it is, and it gives this a relief that even if there are those uncertain times, we can survive it and have plans for the future.
Yes.
Well, I think, every change entails, most change entails uncertainty, and many people avoid change because there's this period of uncertainty there. So, like for instance, when I left my last relationship of 16 years and I just knew it was working for me anymore, yeah, it takes a while until you actually accept and embrace that uncertainty, because there is uncertainty. If you want to, many people stay stuck and stay where they are because they don't want this uncertain time. And
That's
nothing,
correct.
and certainty and certainty is an illusion. Like, there's not, everything is like temporary. Like, people think, oh, they have a house, they have this and a job and da la 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 and money. Nothing is certain. Like, it's an illusion. There's no certainty.
But we know one thing, that one day our days will finish. Because it is
everybody
yeah,
dies.
yeah, everyone,
Won't be here forever. Yes.
Yeah.
So make the
Okay,
best out of
so
it.
I'd like to wrap up our discussion here. Do you have just impression that the world is changing too fast at the moment? Gosha, maybe you.
Yes, I sometimes do. And like I remember the times when, as a little girl, I was sitting in my grandma's backyard watching the sunset, and we were sitting together with grandma and talking about nothing. We weren't talking. I was too little to have a
Discussion.
Meaningful conversation, but we were just sitting there admiring the sunset, and it was quiet and it was calm and it was reassuring. And to be honest, I want the same thing for my grandkids. And I think that we can achieve this, even though the world is changing so fast and furiously, and we as society and civilization, I think that we have no idea where we are going.
That's good. Yeah. What I've noticed that there is more pollution just now, since we can't go to the restaurants, and pollution, I mean rubbish around the place in 5 kilometers radius where I live now, because so many people are buying takeaways, and all the cups, all the plates and the forks, everything is everywhere, including the masks.
Oh my goodness.
I just feel like we did a step back, because we were on such a good way of having cups, reusable cups. Some restaurants or cafes, they had discount if you had your own cup, and now It's just like something is reversed. But coming back to my own question, I've noticed as well that the world is changing, and just the time is, it is like galloping, I can say. I don't know how this year passed by. I don't know. I only noticed that there were holidays, school holidays, because I have grandchildren. So there were holidays that they were locked up in at home. Then there were holidays, and then they were again locked up, and then just now the third holidays has finished. So I said, where this whole year is gone? When? I don't know.
I think that's a sign
Yeah.
of old age, they tell me, when the time flies. But I think, you know,
Yeah.
like time is, the perception of time is like, if you have something what you really hate, the time goes too slow. And if you have something you really love, time goes too fast. So, but I mean, in regards to how the world changes, I mean, the last 100 years or 120 with the industrial revolution, and now with technology and IT and computers, I mean, we, you know, like it goes so fast, and our brains is still like, you know, like 300 million years ago. We haven't evolved that much, so I don't think we can even cope with all this change.
All right. So in conclusion, we think the time is just galloping. The world is changing very fast, and we are living in very unsettling, uncertain times. But we have tools, and we probably can survive this time in our lives, which is quite challenging. So for now, thank you very much for taking part in this discussion, and see you next time. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Ah, my
Bye.
pink teacup. See ya.